Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Viewer today, and today we're doing, well, boys and girls, I'm glad you asked, because today we're back on World of Tanks console. That's right, and what we're doing World of Tanks console their tank, well, again, I'm very much glad you asked, because today we're taking a look at this whole new, all shiny, all dancing, new Era 3 Premium Swedish, or Independent Nation, uh, main battle tank, or aka heavy tank in World Tanks opinion, but still, it is the newest vehicle in one of the newest vehicles in World Tanks console. It is the Sportspawn 122A. Basically, you could say, well, you can say it's a Leopard 2. What model is it? I believe it's a Leopard 2A5 or one of the models. Please miscorrect me if I am wrong down below in the comments. But we're going to be doing a garage review of this vehicle here in the garage and taking a look at the vehicle also in the battlefield as well. So stay tuned there, guys. We're going to be going over everything about the vehicle. So let's get right into today's video. So the penetration for the standard AP, APCR DS round, APFS DS rounds is 643 meters of penetration. Its premium version of the APFS DS rounds is 697 meters of penetration. HE gets about 150, pretty nice for a 120 caliber gun. 510 for both its premium version and standard version of the APFS DS rounds. Uh, Modern vehicles. With its HE gets 640 pen, hit points is 4,100, max speed is 60 miles per hour, not 60, 68 miles per hour. V range is 546, and concealment is 444. Not bad for a main battle tank, but I gotta say, I've played a couple games in this vehicle already, and it feels pretty solid. It doesn't feel too overpowered, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes here. So, my equipment I put on this vehicle, and I always put something like this on any of my tanks. As long as they can carry it, I put it on there. Advanced loader, 10% increase to the gun reload, which you do want to get that gun firing as fast as you can, especially here in Cold War. We also put improved ventilation, crew performance, 5%, and I also put advanced armor, damage from enemy weapons, 5% less, which is pretty good. Now, anything else I would take? Well, I mean, I guess I probably would take this. Encounter missile warning. Incoming missile warning system is 5% more. View range is 2 plus targeting enemy detection. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess if you really want to know if the missile is coming, but sometimes you can tell they're coming. As long as you can get to pretty short range with missile vehicles or ATGM vehicles, ATGMs will not do much towards you, but if you are from a far distance, I guess maybe this would be somewhat helpful if you do need so. I mean, if you really want to go for a sneaky build of a Leopard, advanced concealment and also advanced optics, but that depends on if you really want to be a sneaky kind of Leopard. But yeah, let's go ahead. See my consumables. I have a premium repair kit, a premium smokescreen, and a premium hall patch kit. And I carry about 40 rounds in my AP standard APCR, and my premium APCR I carry about 5, and I carry about 5 HE. The differences between the premium version of the APFS DS. Oh wait, not APFS. What was I saying? I probably butchered it so badly here. Uh, the difference between this one and the standard one is not really a huge amount of difference. Maybe just slightly a little bit more pen. Aside from that, you really don't have a huge difference. I mean, they do both do the same amount of damage. This one gets a little bit more pen at that. But yeah, of course, this vehicle doesn't have no upgrades. My commander, I have rapid loading, 10% increase to gun reload speed, which again, I basically put this on a bunch of my commanders as long as they can carry it. 6 cents. I mean, to be honest, I don't know why I put 6 cents on here. I do have it on some of my commanders. You really don't need it too much here on console, But I guess if you do want to have it, it does act like something that could help you when you get spotted, but there is a little bit of a delay when you do get spotted, so do keep that in mind. But here on console, you already get something that, well, I think it still works. Um, when you do get spotted, you do get let know. But I always like putting snapshot on here. 12% increase to accuracy during turn rotation, and also steady aim, and 10% increase to accuracy. Now, would I change anything? I probably would change Sixth Sense out for Born Leader. Anything else I would point here would be Rapid Aim, 10% increase to turn and gun rotation speed. Um, I probably definitely pick Track Mechanic or maybe General Mechanic, 10% increase to repair speed to of all damaged modules, which would be really nice in case of anything on your tank gets damaged. Aside from that, maybe this safe storage, 25% increase to ammo rack durability. Maybe fire extinguisher, 10% increase to fire extinguisher's speed. So there you go. But as much as I've played this vehicle already, I haven't really been calling fire. But I'm not going knock on wood because if I do, it's going to happen. But yeah, that's all about the commander here. Appearances, nothing but appearances. And let's talk about the armor of the vehicle. It's pretty interesting because this is a main battle tank, so it does have a lot of space armor on it, protecting it frontally very much. So let's go ahead and talk about the armor. So we got 5 meter thickness, which is these little bibs and bobs on the sides and kind of rear of the turn as well. Then we have about 10 meter thickness, which is these mud flaps right here, plus the storages and the mud flaps in the back, and this little cage piece. I think that is, or is that where the exhaust comes out of? I'm not sure. Then we have 12.0 meter thickness, which is these little flaps on the above left and right of the vehicle. 12.7 meter thickness, which is that little piece right there above the gun, or not right above the gun, but above behind the gun. And then we have 15 meter thickness, which is the rear of the hull. I believe it's yeah, that is it. True. The commanders and the Kapoas, not commander. I don't know why I was going to say that. And then there's a real view range finder right there. 20 meter thickness, which is the somewhat you could say low plate plus the two chain links plus the upper plate plus the a little bit of the side there, bringing that's like space armor protection. It could be, it might not be. That size we got some on the right of the gun, I think, and then we got the little bibs and bobs above the turret, plus well protection inside the turret as well. Then we have 25 meter thickness, which is the where the driver kind of sits, plus these above the mud flaps, plus these two little bobs behind the turret and the safety of the engine, where the engine sits. We have 30 meter thickness, which is the tracks, bibs bobs over the front of the turret and the hull, and in the rear of the turret as well, like tracks and all of that. We have 35 meter thickness, which is these two bibs and these two few spots with inside the turret there, as you guys can see. 40 meter thickness is which is the lower plate and the upper plate, and plus two spots in the rear of the turret. We have 45 meter thickness, which is around the turret ring and where the driver sits again. We have 50 meter thickness, which is the sides of the hull, sides and front of the turret, and well, back on that little like forehead piece, I guess you could say, and the sides of the turret on the back of the turret. We have 60 meter thickness, which is left and right of the gun, and then we have the mid plate or upper plate, whatever you want to call that. 70 meter thickness, which is this little top of the turret plus inside the turret a little bit around the gun. 80 meter thickness, which is this little view range finder again. Not sure what those things are called. 110 meter thickness, which is space armor again of the upper plate, and plus the sides of on the outside of the hull and inside the hull. Looks like 130, which is these small spots on the top of the turret and below the turret near the turret ring. We have 180, which is left. Only left? Is that left? Only one spot, which is right here. 200-meter thickness, which is the turret ring. About 210, which is this little spot above, behind this other view range finder or optics, I believe it's called. 225, which is little spots here and there, both left and right of the turn and left to right of the gun mantlet or gun of itself. 245, which is on this side this time, more protection. 250, which is behind, which I thinking that's where the originally the turn is. I think I could be wrong. Please miscorrect me if I am wrong about that. Then we have 280, which is left and right of the gun. And then we have 225, which is the little plate right there, which we think would be a weak spot. We have 360, which is the upper plate, and again, kind of on the left and right of that. Then 390, which is these little bit of spots above and below the turret. About 400 around the gun, which I'm guessing that's the gun mantlet. 215, which is this side over here. 455, which is right there near the optics. 530, which is behind the optics. Around 600, which looks like the whole gun mantlet. And 650, which is the cheeks of the turret, which that looks like it's actually the actual turret, because the that little angling spot on the turret is actually space armor protection. So yeah, there we go. And let's go back to loadout, and let's also give you guys a little bit more detail of this Leopard 2 or Swiss 122A. So yeah. So top forward speed is 68.40 miles per hour. Top reverse speed is 32.20 miles per hour. Horsepower is 1,500. Power weight ratio is 24 horsepower. Hit points, we've already said about what the hit points is. Hull rotation speed is 26 seconds. Soft terrain resistance is 2.15. Medium terrain resistance is 1.27. And firm terrain resistance is 1.08. The detectability range while sitting still is 444.20. And the English, boys and girls, hard today. Detectability range while moving is 472.10. View range is 546.50. Signal range is 704.84. And let's talk about the 120mm Rheinmetall L44 gun. Like I said, this is a Leopard 2, so of course it's going to have that German name. Current rotation speed is 40.80 seconds. Accuracy during rotation is 0.37 meters. Max elevation is 20 degrees, and max depression is 9, which is awesome. You could work that ridge line and stuff with this tank. Reload time is 6.07 seconds. Rate of fire is 9.88. Accuracy at 100 meters is 0.19. Accuracy during turn movement is 1.45. Aim time is 2.06. And of course, you get one shot, carry up to 50 rounds. And of course, you get 2 different rounds of your APFSDS rounds and plus HE. Average damage per minute is 5,039. And we've already talked about the pen and the damage. And the rest of it's just something if you really want to look at. You can pause the video, splash damage, max ammo range, and stuff like that. And that is basically it. I mean, besides if you want to know about the premium bonuses of the vehicle, which this is the Era 3 vehicle, so it's going to give you tons of credits within the vehicle. And also don't forget, by purchasing the Ultimate Premium Pass, you'll get your hands on the Ghost Pig skin. Yeah. But there's one other thing I must say too, guys. Even though I've played this vehicle a few times, and I gotta say, it would be definitely worth picking up if you want to pick it up. But if you don't want to pick this vehicle up, yeah, I hope you guys will see this video and understand the video and understand this Leopard 2, and maybe think about how you can take it out in the battle or destroy it in the battlefield, not take it out. But if you do not want to get this vehicle, one thing I will say to those who are just don't want to buy 6,000 worth of gold. If you don't want to, don't worry. Like I've said in my previous video about this full season, if you do not decide to buy an Era 3 premium vehicle, or maybe the tier 10, or you don't get able to complete the season, which I hope you do, because if you do complete this season, you'll be getting 2 vehicles at I believe, near the end of the season, 2 AA vehicles that's going to be coming out. I'm going to try to do a tank review of those on this channel. But, like I was trying to say before I get rudely interrupted by myself, is that if you wait, if you have patience, this vehicle will come back out with free XP. About 400 and some free XP. I was wrong in my other video talking about how much XP you could cost about getting a Era 3 Premium. I believe it would be 400. Now, please miscorrect me if I am wrong. But I know at tier 10 is about 450,000 for XP. So I'm guessing Era 3 would be basically the same way as well. So about 450,000 for XP. But like I said, if you're patient enough, you're willing to wait, you're willing to save your free XP up, not spend it on anything else, not spend it on grinding yourself a tech tree line or anything like that, you can go ahead, save that up, and grab yourself a Era 3, Tier 10, perhaps even Tier 9, Era 2, and maybe, I believe, some a Tier 8. I'm not sure. I haven't seen Tier 8s with free XP, or have I? I don't think I have. But still, the point is that you can pick up yourself some of the top tier vehicles that either you have missed through either a season or just you damn want to buy the Ultimate Premium Pass and you do want one of these type of vehicles. Like I said, you could easily just wait and pick them up easier and much more cheaper than what this will cost you. But let me know what you think there, guys, about this Leopard 2. I gotta say, myself, personally, it's a solid vehicle. It's not too overpowered, but it's not very weak either. It feels pretty balanced in a lot of different ways. I don't know how the original Leopard 2 A5 plays, which this is I would pair this vehicle towards that one. But still, I would say if you do want to pick it up, and if you do, it's worth it. It's nothing like the Leclerc T4 with its big alpha, but it gets a faster reload. And yes, it does get a little bit less alpha than the Leclerc T4, which gets at about 700 alpha. But still, this vehicle is still worth picking up. Even though it does get that 500 and some alpha, right? 510 alpha, it's still pretty solid in my opinion. And like I say, it would be worth it if you're willing to pick this vehicle up. And like I said, don't forget what I said there, guys. If you don't want to pick it up, just wait. Just wait. Don't spend that 6,000 gold if you don't want to. Spend the 2,000 and there you go. Spend 2,000 once and you don't have to spend 2,000 ever again, as long as you can complete the season. But that's enough jibber jabbering here in the garage with this Leopard 2 Swiss 122A Era 3 Premium Independent Nations Heavy Tank Main Battle Tank. Mouthful, right? Yeah, that's right. But that's gonna be for this one there, guys. Well, not this one, but what I mean is that's enough for within the garage, talking about the vehicle and stuff like that in the garage. We'll catch you guys on the battlefield. See you there. So we are back, guys, on Thifro Ridge. I'm probably butchering that name pretty badly here, but I gotta say, yeah, this was about maybe my second, third game with this vehicle. And I came in pretty much in love with the vehicle after the first game, actually, to be honest. Don't worry, I will feature the first game in a future video. But for now, I'm showing you guys the actual gameplay I had, and I think should definitely be showing you guys 100%. But as you guys see, this is a beautiful, sexy vehicle. Even though it's Swedish, it's a Leopard 2, even though the Swedish use a completely different name for it. I gotta say, like I said in the garage, this vehicle is definitely worth it if you're willing to pick it up. But if you're not, like I've said, you don't have to worry about it. You can easily pick the vehicle up if you save your free XP when the vehicle does come back out. And it looks like somebody on the enemy team where he gives us the win, because he decided to kill them. I'm not sure if he did by accident, or um, he just didn't watch where he was driving, or board gaming's BS happening towards him, but who knows. But it looks like we get hit from something over there, and we do see a object 292, which, let's get a bigger gun, but we do hit him, and we bounce something on the top of our turret. Awesome. Some type of tanks are sitting up there. I think one of them is a Leclerc, and another one was a Leopard, and that bounced, and I believe that was the Leclerc's bouncing, and wanting some piece of that object over there, but sadly I didn't get nothing. And I am looking for where they're shooting, and as you guys see, I am hitting, but I'm not pinning. That's because I can't see them completely. I just know where they're shooting from. And there we go. We get a, looks like the Leclerc T4 gets spotted. We do put a nice shot into him, and there is a Leopard 2 back there as well. Sniping. I mean, it's Cold War, so you can snipe. And we put another good shot into the Leclerc T4 there. Is that the Leclerc? Yeah, it is. Looks like we get some assistance. And again, I showed his lower plate. This vehicle, when you're sitting still like this, it feels pretty solid. But when you shoot to the sides like that, not so solid. But looks like we might be going for the Leopard 2, and we do hit him. He is going in reverse, and we are just following on that reverse of that Leopard 2. And again, another shot. He's a one-shot kill, but now I can't tell where he's at. Don't know if he's there. And he pops back up, but suddenly my shot completely missed, and someone else takes him out. And that Leclerc gets taken out. So, pretty good. Doing about 2,000 damage. We do have a K1 sitting here in front of us. I'm trying to look for a shot on that Markova. It looks like we do find a shot into the side of the turret. We take it, and we do some decent damage. I'm wondering what this guy's shooting at, and it looks like the vehicle's over there. But I don't think I can get a shot on any of them. Maybe that, maybe the light tank. Do I hit the motor? Let's see. We do shoot, but it looks like we bounce. So, not so great. Nope. And not that guy. I'm trying to find a shot on those guys. Don't know if I thought the motor was dead. I don't think he was at the time, so that's why I decided to shoot the spot that he was last located at. So we're deciding to go down this way. We're deciding to go over on this side of the map. But at this point, I believe at this point right here is when I was starting to look at the map. And realized this side was about to fall, this flank. So I decided to go down low into the riverbank here to help my team out over on this flank. I'm still not full on hit points, but enough. And it looks like there's somebody spots me. That is one of the other Aero 3 Independence mediums, or independent tanks. I'm sorry for that, guys. But we are still getting spotted. It looks like someone tried to shoot an ATGM at me, but just hits that rock right there. And it looks like that guy tried shooting me. There's a motor up there. Are we going to get his shot? Hit him? Yes, we do. And it looks like we are going to be fighting this, what's it called? EET-1, which is a independent medium tank, or Brazilian tank, to be honest. And we do put a nice, good two-shoot shot into him. I don't think he does pretty good. Never mind. He damaged my own rack, so I repaired that pretty quickly. I don't want to have any damage in my own rack. And we are popping out. It looks like he is my tracks. And it doesn't look like this guy knows much about this, which, okay, makes sense. This vehicle is new, but it looks like we do hit him. We are popping out. He is bouncing a lot of shots on us. And I'm deciding to go over to fight him, but I do see a little health target there. So maybe we could help over here, but that target gets taken out. There's a, ooh, look at that shot. A Stingray 2 that we actually hit without being fully aimed in. And this guy comes out of cover. Do we get a nice shot to him? Sadly, we bounce. But it does look like he bounced off of us too, so that's good. We don't take a huge damage shot from him, and I'm using my hall patch to get a little bit more hit points back. And I'm going over here to help, well, not help, but take out this guy. And he does do something very sneaky. He bounces off my rear, but I put a nice good shot into him. And now I'm pushing with my butt. He actually puts another good shot into me. And I stop my auto aim and actually hit him. He bounces off of me, and suddenly he gets around to my side here, but I take him out. And yeah, he does put one shot into me, but there's something that's going to be coming up behind me. But we do put a shot into that Stingray. Again, helping our teammate. Hopefully he doesn't die. Never mind, he dies. But we put another good shot into the Stingray, and I am spotted, and boom, I get hit by a weasel. Sneaky little German. And it looks like he popped smoke. I do get, I believe, hit from the Stingray, and I am looking forward at the Stingray. I do see him, and boom, I crushed the shot at Stingray, and now I'm looking full backwards because I know the weasel was over here, and one of my teammates said good shot, but aimed towards me because I killed the Stingray too there. Now they only have a tank destroyer, which is the weasel, which if far distance, if that thing uses its ATGMs, it is doing 1,000 damage, but up close it's reduced now. So, but I believe I'm still a one-shot kill for it, even if it's not far away. So let's try not to get hit. As you can see, I'm pointing over there because I thought he would come over like that way. And I believe one of my teammates pinged the map at the cap circle. My other teammates are going towards the cap circle, which I should do as well. And I was thinking of it, but I was also worried of that weasel getting my soft rear. So at this point, I decided, you know what, take 6 scars. So let's go ahead and do this, and let's get more health back. And I am having my gun point backwards, and then also making sure I'm getting into some little bit of cover as much as I can. I do get spotted, I do pop smoke, and as you guys can see, I'm going over place. I am dodging and all that, hoping that this weasel does not shoot his ATGM at me. He should be reloaded. We do get into this little ditch area, and I was like, you know what? Leave me hold up right here. If he comes even close to this area, my teammates would know he's here, because one of them is sitting on the ridge behind me, and the other one is sitting inside the cap, which is a good idea. I was going to ping the cap, but I was like, no, never mind. That other guy is in good position to help support me if I do spot the weasel. And I'm trying to pop up and down, seeing if I do get spotted. I don't get spotted yet. There we go, we get spotted, and that means he is somewhere. Now, yeah, I could use true vision, but he could be anywhere. He could be sitting in a bush, and it's a little bit harder to see through a bush, especially if you don't really have the best eyesight there is. I'm not very remarkable with my eyesight, but somewhat I thought he was sitting over there. I could see through that bush, but the bush is farther away. It's a little bit harder to see, so trying to see if he will bait the fire, because ATGMs are not the fastest. You can dodge them as long as you know they're coming. I do fire, see if I get spotted. I do get spotted, so he's somewhere over there. Not sure why he's not trying to rush us. I guess he thinks that because there's 3 of us, you know, but he knows where I'm at. He just doesn't know where my teammates are. So I guess in a way, maybe he just doesn't want to come and wants to give us the game. And as you can see, I'm popping up right here, making sure there's not much of a big target of me. And I'm looking, and I don't see anything. I know I'm spotted. I know he's somewhere over there. Maybe over there. He is somewhere out there. I just don't know where. But he giving us the game, the guys. So there we go. We won the game. Not pretty hard, but I was sweating bullets there near the end of the video, or the game itself. But yeah, that is the Swiss-Spawn 122A. A pretty solid vehicle, I have to say. But let me know, are you going to pick the vehicle up, or are you not? Do you like the vehicle, if you do have it, or are you just like, with it? Let me know down below in the comments what you think about the Swiss-Spawn 122A. But that's going to be for this one, guys. I hope you did like it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. Like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.